The Marshmallow Moon. In the sugar-scented land of Sweet Vale, the moon wasn't made of rock and dust. It was a giant, fluffy marshmallow. It floated in the night sky like a glowing pillow, and every 100 years, the people celebrated the Marshmallow Festival, when a small bite of the moon was shared with everyone. Lila, a young baker with frosting freckles and hair the color of spun sugar, dreamed of being the first to taste the moon this century. But there was one problem: the marshmallow moon was guarded by the grumpy gumdrop giants, who lived in candy castles on the moon's surface. No one had ever gotten past them without being bounced back to Earth. One evening, while kneading dough in her bakery, Lila heard an announcement from the town crier. "The Marshmallow Festival begins tomorrow." Her heart raced. She didn't want to just wait for a tiny bite. She wanted to bring back the biggest, fluffiest piece Sweet Vale had ever seen. She went to work, using candy canes for support beams, licorice ropes for rigging, and bubblegum for sealing gaps. She built a rocket that smelled like a candy shop. Her best friend, a tiny jelly bean dragon named Pop, agreed to join her. That night, as the town slept, Lila and Pop blasted into the sky, leaving a trail of rainbow sugar dust. They soared past caramel comets and dodged, floating gumdrops until they landed softly on the Marshmallow Moon's sugary surface. But the gumdrop giants were waiting. Each one was taller than a candy cane forest and grumbled so loudly the moon trembled. "No one takes from the moon without our permission," boomed the biggest giant, whose beard was made of cotton candy. Lila stepped forward and held out a plate of her best cupcakes, each topped with shimmering sugar stars. "I don't want to steal," she said. "I want to share. I'll trade my cupcakes for a piece of the moon that everyone back home can enjoy." The giants looked at each other, sniffed the air, and took a bite. Their frowns melted into sticky smiles. "Deal," said the cotton candy-bearded giant. They carved off a giant soft piece of marshmallow, big enough to fill Lila's rocket. On the journey back, Pop roasted little bits of moon over his fiery breath, filling the rocket with the sweet smell of toasted marshmallow. When they landed, the townsfolk gasped. "It's the biggest piece we've ever seen." That night, under the glowing sliver of the marshmallow moon, Sweet Vale feasted. Lila's name became a legend, and Pop got his own statue, made entirely of jelly beans. And if you look up on certain nights, you can see the moon's tiny missing bite, a reminder of the time a little baker and her jelly bean dragon touched the stars. The end.